And then the news, did you see? Well, it's not news. Our friend at ESPN, whose hair is perfect.
Scott Van Pelt?
No, Jeff Passan.
Oh. Brockman.
See, Passan said yesterday, the Angels going into yesterday's series ending loss in the Bronx, they were 9-9. He said if the Angels aren't winning middle of the season, they're going to look for the Ohtani trade to come. I'm telling you, this thing is the backdrop to the entire Major League Baseball season, is what will happen with Ohtani. And he said, Passan, that Ohtani wants to win. There's so many questions like, what does he want, right?
Nobody knows.
What does he want?
Yeah.
Does he want to pitch in a place where he's going to win every year? Or does he want to just pitch and play in a place that's a wonderful area to play in or city to play in? And doesn't matter the winning and the losing. Doesn't matter to him. Just pay him what he's going to pay him. He just loves playing ball. And Passan pointed out, just look at what he did in that moment in the World Baseball Classic against his Major League Baseball teammate, Trout. And that's the guy. That's the guy. The Ohtani guy, living in the moment, pitching in that moment, and hitting expectations in the moment with everything on the line. That's the guy. Not the guy of just like, hey, I struck out 10 and I homered in front of 27,000 fans for a team that's hitting, 500. But it's 70 degrees out, and I do love living in Southern California. And if, they're going to pay me $600 million, I'll live there. I
mean, it is nice here.
It is. I'm not saying that. And also, there isn't somebody on the radio barking about what's the matter with the Angels pitching. There isn't. What's the matter with this guy? He's all by himself. Oh, well, honestly, there isn't. And, I listen to sports talk radio all over the place. You got today Clippers, Lakers, Dodgers, Clippers, Angels there might even be NFL draft talk, believe it or not. I'm serious. And I know we're talking in Southern California right now. Our audience is out there. We're on 10. We're on all across Southern California. Mm-hmm. We say hello to our first radio affiliate, 1090 here in Los Angeles.
The mightier.
Excuse me, the mightier 1090. And I apologize if this offends anybody out there, but in our listening audience, and you can call us 844-204-RICH, number to dial. Honestly, there is nobody that I hear of or see like is outraged at what's going on with the Angels here in Southern California. No. Trout and Ohtani, Rendon, you would think that that's one-third of a lineup that should put some wins on the board. Mm-hmm. And if Ohtani doesn't like it, according to Jeff Passan, he ain't going to be here, to use the Magic Johnson phrase in Southern California.
And Chris and I were discussing this yesterday when we saw that report. They pretty much have to trade him, right, Chris? Because they can't let him walk for nothing.
You can't get nothing in return for a once-in-a-generation type player.
What would you say? Because we're now on the back end of April. And again, there is still a ton of baseball to be played. Don't forget, remember Joe Madden? He was manager of the year. The Angels looked like they were playing as well as they've played here in the Ohtani Trout era. And then all of a sudden, did they lose like 13 games in a row? And then Madden's gone.
That's a lot. Yeah, 13 or 14.
It was crazy.
And he's gone.
He's out.
But as you and I and everybody are talking right now, let me get this straight. The Los Angeles Angels are 9-10, just 3.5 games behind the Rangers, who are the only team above 500 in the AL West. But I believe everybody believes the Astros are just beginning to catch their breath with no Altuve. He'll come back and Astros will be the Astros. And the Rangers are a team that spending well enough, and then Bruce Bochy gets hired, and look at this team now. They're winning 2 out of every 3 baseball games. And the Angels, if you're Ohtani, you're sitting there saying, what the hell? But passing that to say, so what do you think? Memorial Day? Got to see something by Memorial Day? No, the deadline is as you know, is in.
Nah, that's too soon.
Is in the summertime.
July 1st.
But these trades just can't come together.
Yeah, they can.
Really?
Yeah, because Ohtani, it's really simple. You just look at the top 100 MLB prospects, and you see which team has the most, and you say, I'll take all of those. So, like, TJ, you want him on the Mets.
That's the negotiation?
You want him on the Mets. You got to give up Frankie Alvarez, who's number 1. You got to give up Brett Beatty.
Come on now.
What do you mean? You're getting Ohtani. You got to give up, let's see, your number 2 prospect at catcher is Kevin Parada. Let's go down the top 100. Let's see, you got any more in the top 100?
Well, see, that's why
you got Alex Ramirez, who's at 88.
Who are the Yankees?
All 4 of those guys are gone.
Excuse me, what's the name of this show?
Feller, what is it?
It's all right.
All right,
this is the Rich Eisen Show.
All right, so Yankees, you got to give up Volpe.
Really? He's in the majors now.
So what? I mean, you haven't played because I know the Angels just called up their top prospect, who's also a shortstop. One of those guys moves to second base. You got to get up Jason Dominguez, one of the best young power hitters. He's in Double-A right now. Oswaldo Peraza, he's got to go.
He just got called up.
So you only got 3 in the top 100. So
that's why I'm hoping
Pickens.
That's why I'm hoping the Angels are at least competitive throughout this year. That way they won't trade them, and then we can just sign them in the offseason.
You just go down the list. Who's got the most? And then you're in the Ohtani hunt for the trade deadline. This is a trade for Ohtani would blow Herschel Walker trade out of the water.
Well, remember though, part of the Herschel Walker trade was the result of that trade, which was 3 Super Bowls. So
but they were all
for that to look at that.
They're draft picks and players. I mean, you're talking like this is a 10-for-1 deal.
9 and 10, as we're talking right here. Passan said if they're not winning, out the door.
Come on, Angels, win some games.
Win some games.
You're rooting for him to stay because
I'm rooting for them to do well, at least be
then
competitive.
Then he won't leave.
He might still go.
Why?
I don't know.
If they do well,
I hope here, Rich?
And by the way, him staying here, as much as I'd love for him to go to the Yankees, you'd love him to go to the Mets, you'd love him to go to the Red Sox.
Of course.
And there are tons of people in this town that everyone's talking about because it's the Dodgers.
Yeah, of course.
There are folks in San Diego who think, well, we'll make room for Ohtani.
Everybody wants
there's still more money in the whatever, despite that,
whatever
to Tatis and whatever Soto's going to cost and what they've paid Bogarts and what they've paid Machado, that there's still money left in the Padres banana stand, to use the pop culture phrase. The
banana stand?
Yeah, that's a little Arrested Development. The Giants,
always money in the
who missed out on everybody this past spring and winter, as much or
Mariners,
Cubs, or whatever. It would be best for him to stay with the Angels, and the Angels to be good with him and Trout. And I would love for a freeway series to actually mean something. And this is not a little bouquet to the Mightier 1090 fans who might have pissed off here. It's the truth. It's the truth. Let him be the guy who will light the halo. That would be great.
Is that a thing?
And if he does, and if the Angels win, as you're saying, because you want him to leave anyway, and it doesn't cost you anything because the Angels won't have to feel forced to trade him, he might just stay. Because who the hell knows? Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.